Let's go. So as always, guys, welcome on board. A good little crowd of us, as always, gathered for another dope little seminar. And today we're going to be talking about social proof collection and posting. So like what I was saying before is that we've done seminars on this before. Can't help but think that there's a lack of execution with it. And I think it's because there's procrastination. I'm just going to be straight up and honest. I know for a fact that my audience, which is it's thousands of PTs, right? Not just new clients. We're always monitoring what like our prospects, you know, people that we want to help are doing. And there's not enough of what we're quite avidly talking about is what you need to be doing, getting done. There are some people on this call that do really well. I would say Alex's content, what up, brother? Hopefully you're well, my man. Alex's content is flying at the moment, but the social proof aspect, we can probably get better. Damon here. So Damon, a lot of you guys, you haven't seen Damon. Damon is one of our big clients in the US. He does really well. He works in the special needs niche. He's got a huge facility and his content's fire. I mean, Damon, think before we get stuck in, bro, remember when we jumped on board with each other and there was reluctancy to post on your personal profile, right? Yeah. And I mentioned the importance of it. Like, since we've been working with each other, can you just give the guys a bit of a run through how just even some of the same content that you post on the business profiles and stuff on the personal, have you seen any turnaround with it, or have you seen that it's helped expose the business more? What's your opinion?
Yeah, so my business is a little bit different than y'all's because like my clients are in a very specific spot. So I know that if I post it on my personal page, 1 in 100 people might be a potential client, or they might be the parent of a potential client, right? However, what it's really done for my business is more like B2B stuff, and other organizations that maybe follow me or are friends with me, they see it and then they invite me to go speak, or they invite me to go, they invite me to give a webinar. Like I gave the webinar on the Special Olympics, the state office, or it's been from more of a community aspect or a brand awareness aspect, I guess. How many clients have I gotten from it? I can't track that, but how many more people have learned about my business that told people or invited me to speak or whatever? It's been really big for that.
I think that's a really, really, really good point you've made there, brother. You've explained that well. Here's the thing as well, guys, for everyone that's watching recording, and obviously you guys, more importantly, who are here live, this is not like social media is not a marketing strategy. Like I'd probably get shot if you put me in front of a lot of people and they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? The amount of people when I'm on the phone with them and I say like, what marketing strategies do you run? And they say Facebook and Instagram. It's not marketing. You cannot control, just like Damon said, tangibly who comes to you from your social media platforms. You can't, unless you're actively outreaching and following what is a freaking detailed process. And it's a lengthy process. It can be frustrating at times. It is hard in terms of workload. You guys all know this, and this is why we're going to get deep into content today, because the better the content and the easier we can make it posted, and getting it posted reoccurringly and frequently, and being the 2 P's, or the P and the C, persistently and consistently done, it's going to make it easier. But it's not a direct marketing strategy. It's not. But people will come to you from it in ways that you won't even know, right? We have this thing in the portal called the hidden audience as well, and this is something that I think is worth touching on again, mainly for recording people that are watching this on replay. But you guys will know the hidden audience. Does anyone not know about the hidden audience? You guys know it. Basically, there's a lot of people that won't interact with your content. They won't comment, they won't like, they won't share, they won't do anything, but they're freaking watching it. They're there and they're watching it. And it literally is that simple. So never get put off by people like not interacting with your stuff. But basically, guys, going back to what I was saying, I can't help but think there's procrastination around this stuff. Everybody can do more. And I want to get deep today into why, especially my clients, because all of you guys today currently are working with me, right? Why there's a lack of it, or procrastination around getting it done. And I also want to go into 15 types of content you can post. I've made a list, 15 types. There's 10 types of social proof, but then 5 types of other content that combined will automate your content for your social media. And it's that simple. So bit of a pre-frame, right? We know that content is essential to expose the business online, but the right content, guys, is paramountly important. We know here that social proof is the best. At the end of the day, you've got to show people that you're freaking awesome at what you do. It's that simple. If you're using social media as business media, which is what I'm trying to coach everybody to do, but we have that split, again, just to go over it, 70-30, 80-20, you want family life. Always have it in there. People that are following you, again, not interacting, not sharing, not commenting, liking, right? They're still watching. These guys online, prospects of yours, they are more critical than ever. It is more toxic than ever online at the moment. Sometimes, I'll be honest, me and my team, we can go and add, well, we do well with the accepts. We could message 30 people and get 5 responses, right? And that's with personal approaches. Like, it's so toxic. Everyone just thinks you're out there for something, when realistically, I know all you people are good people, right? So you've got to let your content do a lot of the pre-framing, so that when you do eventually reach out, you're cutting straight through to these people and they're going, you know, I'll give this guy a chance, or I'll give this girl a chance, because their content makes them look like a good dude or a good chick, right? So paramountly important that we post the right stuff. Social proof's the main thing, right? I want to get stuck into it. The list, there's no fluff here. We're going to go through the 5 types of content that you can post other than social proof. And then I'm going to give you 10 types of social proof content that you can collect and post. Then we're going to talk about posting it. That's it. That's all the seminar is. I don't want to talk fluff and stuff like that. There'll be a bit of questioning and stuff like that. But I want to get to the point of like posting it and why there's resistance, why it's resistance is there and doing it. So 5 types of content. Anyone, like, I want to leave it open for them. I've got 5 here. I've got 5 types of any types of content. I'll give you a clue. One of them is social proof, right? And then we're going to go into 10 types of social. What else can we post on our socials, guys? It's going to be good for the social media side of stuff, for exposing you as a person that you are.
Education and inspiration.
Yeah, spot on. Love that. And this is that Alex does fucking well with this, really well. Education and inspiration. So just write these down, guys, because what you guys want to be doing is compiling this stuff, right? And then having it in a bank where you can just fire it out. You just want to be able to fire content out at will, right?
Can I ask a question, Mike?
Around, is that you, Alex? Were you saying something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, right?
So what do you think about, like, because I'm just going like this because I'm moving to Oz, right? So I need to like build maybe like 20 videos and put them automated. So I'm not like doing my house, selling my content, doing my business, and I'm going fucking mental, to be honest. So how do I automate this? Like, I need an automated system where I can still message them. I can still go onto the content and then just, you know, DM or just, yeah, thanks for that, bro, fire, you know, just, I can still keep up with it, but I can't do the content, make the content and then post it and then go and do my life, you know. It's getting pretty hectic.
That's a real good question, bro. And I can't wait to see you in Oz, man. I can't wait to see you in Oz. So, dude, and we're hooking up for sure soon in the near future. So here's the thing. Collecting it is one thing. What I would do personally, I don't know whether you guys saw yesterday, I put a video up. You might have recognized the wallpaper that I don't have anymore, right? I don't have that. That video I recorded a while ago, right? And I've banked up, I've got so many videos. I think I've posted that one before, but the moral of the story is, Alex, collect everything, go on a recording spree, all right? And this is what I'm gonna do. So just an insight into what I'm gonna be doing in the future. Office space that I work from in the city, I'm gonna go in there, I'll take this, yeah, and I go in and I'll record loads of content. I'll go in and I'll do 6 videos, which should get me across the line for a month. Bearing in mind, those are informative, like you said, brother, and Alex, inspirational and educational, right? What we do then is you have them at will to then post manually. This is crucial. Never use scheduling software, guys. I don't recommend it. Algorithms notice that you're using a plug and play third-party scheduling system, and it will limit reach. It will limit reach. So what I do, brother, is like utilize your recordings that you do in the garage that you've got set up, because when you're in transit and you're shifting everything across, or even if you're going to sell it and then start again, you're not going to have that dope set up. So I just go on a recording spree with all of the list of stuff that we're going to, create today, get as much of it, and then just post it at will. Do you know what I mean? Don't, like, a lot of people that are prepared like you, bro, they'll collect so much, but then they'll worry about scheduling it. There's nothing worse that you can do than scheduling content. It just needs to be done like boom, boom, off the cuff. And if Facebook recognizes that you're taking time, this is a real big tip, guys, right? If Facebook recognizes you're taking time, it will reward you for taking it. So i.e., don't use scheduling software. All right, don't use scheduling software. And also, like I said to Michael the other day, right, don't share posts from your personal to your VIP group or your business page. Don't share them. I guarantee if you look at how many interactions you get on shared posts online, you won't get the same interactions as the original. The reason why is because that share button is fast track to I can't be fucked, right? Copy it, post it fresh, right? And what I would do as well, little tip for you guys, is like if you're posting a piece of content, an informational piece of content on your personal profile, I take that, get the reach from it, then copy it, and then go and put it, if you want, into your group, and then post it again, and then you'll get that video will be exposed on another platform. Well, it's the group, not your personal profile, for another, say, 24 hours or so. So you kind of get double the time duration from the one piece of content, if that makes sense. So that's awesome. We got social proof, then we got educational posts and motivational posts. I got 3 other ones, but they can be up. There's no like yes or no here, guys. So it's personal preference. Anyone else got anything else that you can post outside of social proof?
We got personal posts and milestones.
Boom. Love it. So you got personal goals and journey. That's what I actually wrote down. So your personal goals, you can actually like, man, sing your own praise. Do you know what I mean? If you're proud of hitting something, Damon just freaking doubled the size or added 50% to the size of his facility, right? Man, you share that shit. You get it out there. It's amazing. People will congratulate it. Even though, like we always say, man, like people don't like to support small business. They don't. I guarantee they don't. People don't like it. They don't like supporting small business. Prime example of this, Chris Hemsworth. Anyone heard of Chris Hemsworth before? I'm sure everyone has, right? This guy, he launched an application recently, his fitness app. Anyone seen it? Anyone seen it? Yeah.
No.
You know how much money he sold that motherfucker for in about 2 months? 76 mil, right? People will throw money at celebrities that are already rich, right? They're already set up. They'll throw money at them. They won't ask for a discount, and they'll pay double the amount. But when it comes to small business, it comes to you guys, people will ask questions. They'll want a discount, and they'll be reluctant to sign up to you. They don't want to support you, right? They don't want to support. That's a very interesting one. However, if you're upfront and honest, this is another big tip. Be confident about what you're posting. Give yourself a fucking pat on the back. Me and Dan hit a massive milestone recently. We had the photo of me and Dan in Melbourne where I seen him with a list of his goals, which we fucking put into reality. We dreamed that shit, we turned it into a reality. Damon opening up a new studio, right? Then we've got, I think Phil did a post on and tagged me in it or posted on my wall the other day. He bought his second car. So he's got a truck and a 4x4 that was all funded by him starting at 700, getting to $9,000 weeks now. He's at 9K a week now. So it's an amazing journey. And ironically, you get over 100 likes, you get good interactions. And again, it's not about how many likes and interactions we're getting. It's about exposing your message and helping people. That's all it is here, so that we can have more people come and then obviously help more people. So that's the third piece. I've got 2 pieces extra, but it gets harder with these 2. but yeah, personal goal, journey. Anything else anyone can think of? There's not really many. You think about it. It's personal, business, motivational stuff. I'll just throw my two out there. This is kind of like an elaboration really on two of them. So tricks and tips that make people take notes. So that's like education, but sometimes you've got to be clever. And I got a gift for you guys as well. Jono, remember that post, the gummy bear? Right? I'm going to share that with everyone here. I've got a marketing strategy for everyone today at the end of this seminar. So stick around for it. I think it's gold, Jono. I think it's gold. But what they were trying to do with it though wasn't gold, right? So I'm going to give you a little tip here. So look, you can post tricks and tips that make people take note. So anything that's quite cool, funky, like if you've got like I don't know, I always go to this like build a protein packed smoothie in freaking 30 seconds. Post that, say this is the macro breakdown of it, boom, chuck it out there, make people take note. Oh shit, that's easy to do. You know, tricks and tips like that. And then you know, Dan said personal stuff. So just family and friends posts. You got kids, share their love with the family, post. Damon goes away on holiday, post that shit. My son's birthday, my daughter's birthday, post it. You get engaged, post it. And the side note from all this as well, guys, it shows you're a real human being, but also it cranks your algorithm. Why? Because people can relate to it. A lot of people can't relate to being an entrepreneur, to being a small business, medium business owner. They can't. So they're not going to engage with it. But if you get pregnant, it's ironic that a lot of people love at that shit. You get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people will just engage. So it sounds horrible, but sometimes keep an ace up your sleeve. If you've got a big family event coming up, or if you've got your own birthday, or your kid's birthday is the main thing, or your missus' birthday, anything like that, anniversary, right? That's an ace up your sleeve for engagement, and it will crank your algorithms because people love seeing that stuff, right? So those are pretty much it. We've got social proof, educational tips and tricks, or educational posts and motivational posts, like Alex said. Personal goals and your personal journey and achievements, and then family and friends posts, right? That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what do I need to be collecting? So I really want to elaborate when it comes to social proof now, what you should be doing and how to collect it, right? And I want to spend time on the how, because again, I can't help but think something that is so simple for me to grasp is not being grasped by as many people. And I just want all of you guys to showcase and broadcast how good you are. That's it. That's all it comes down to. And when you start it, right, when you start it, you actually feel that you do get a lot more love than what I think you're going to get. And I think that's a bit of resistance. I think a lot of people think they're not going to get likes and comments when you post this stuff. It's never about that, guys. Never about that. People will take note, all right? So, types of social proof, right? Make a list. Anyone asks me about what to post again, always just relate back to this list. It's simple. I'll just go for it, all right? Before and after photos are probably the most informative, quickly absorbed, and best content a personal trainer can post. Alex had the most amount of likes I've ever seen, period, for a before and after photo. Again, it's not about the likes, but again, it's good exposure. Alex, how many hundred was it, bro? 700, was it?
Jeez.
800. 800 likes, and that's not even the comments as well, on a before and after photo of himself, not even a client, not even a client. That shows how cranked his algorithms are, but also how consistently and persistently he's posting about other stuff, motivational stuff and tips, because that's mainly what Alex is posting about, and he's dope at it, can give you, right, in terms of interactions. So before and after photos, right? Photos with your clients. Charmaine, you smashed that this week. And I think I've never seen you have like 30, 40 likes before. And that, like, I've never seen it, right? We were struggling before. You got it done. You post a photo with your clients, right? And we're going to talk about this in detail in a second, but I'm running through the 10 first, right? Number 3, screenshots of messages from your clients saying they had an awesome workout, they've just lost 10, 15 pounds, anything like that. Take it, capture it, post it, right?
Good.
Number 4, screenshots of apps that you're using, logging your clients' results. Everyone knows on Trainerize, if you have weight loss journeys, you'll see graphs go like this, where they should be losing weight, right? Going down, right? Screenshot that shit, post that shit. That's another reason, or that's another type of social proof. That's number 4. Number 5, videos with you and your clients, right? Key being you and your clients. Again, we're going to talk about each one of these in detail, the resistance around doing them in a second, but it's another type of social proof, all right? And what you should be doing is basically you taking the video. It could be during a session, after a session. Hell, it could be you catching up with the client at the freaking shops for a coffee. I don't care. It's social proof that you have clients. People will take notes subconsciously that you have clients, you're training clients in abundance, and therefore it makes people want to be part of what you have, right? Because no one wants to be the first person. A lot of people that struggle, especially online trainers, they struggle because they don't have any social proof of them with clients. So you've got to figure out other types of social proof, right, to post. Testimonial videos from your clients. Now I want to elaborate on this one quickly now. This for you guys as PTs is one of the hardest things to collect, right? It's the hardest thing to collect. And I spoke about this with somebody, I can't remember who it was, but basically what I said to them is this: if you ask a Gen Pop client, right, to do a recording of what I'd say most of you guys have done with me, right? You've done a testimonial video, bar a few of you guys, right? I ask you guys, hey, so who's done one recently? Ems. So Ems is here. Ems is here. Hi, Ems. Ems did one of the best testimonial videos I've ever had, period. And I'm not just blowing smoke up her ass. I said that to you, right, Ems? I said it was a good one. And it really was. I asked Ems, can you put together a little video for me just saying how you went from 0 to $1,000 of reoccurring revenue per week in 14 days, 2 weeks, right? She did it, nailed it. You guys are professionals. You're business owners. We, most of the time, take action, right? And we get shit done, right? You asking your clients to put together a testimonial video of them where they're talking about a personal journey can be hard to collect. And you don't want to bombard them to do so. Alex, we've spoken about this loads, right? Speaking about like how hard you're like, fuck, bro, like I'm asking these guys, I'm asking. You don't want to bombard them. So I'd leave that type of social proof in terms of drilling it from them. Don't drill it. I don't need to drill with you guys. Most of the time it's like, hey, can you do a video? I might remind you because you're busy, and then boom, you get it done. Do you know what I mean? And it's about sharing your success. Again, it makes the coach look good, but the main thing is it shows other people that they can do what you've achieved, right? So testimonial videos, but it's hard. It is hard for you to get them. Screenshots of reviews on your business page. This is another good one. Anyone got like 10, 20, 30 reviews on a business page? Damon, I knew Damon, you'd have them. If you, right, Nate, you got them. Just screenshot them. Think of it like this as well, guys, right? To get the reviews on your business page, and we're getting close to the end of the 10 here, and we'll dive in a bit more detail then. To get the screenshots and of the reviews, you've got to get the reviews. You won't, unless you ask for it, get these reviews. You won't get them. So whether it's at the end of your journey, ironically, anyone tell me what's at the bottom of a cancellation form that we give everybody? Anyone?
Exit review / review.
That's it, right? It's on the cancellation form. Hands up here, anyone that's lost a client before? Anyone not lost a client? You're a fucking genius. I don't know how you do it. I'll pay you for coaching. Like, it's no problem. But you can't do it. You can't. When you leave, we let people in with open arms, we let them leave with open arms. It's that simple, right? And when people leave, you leave on good terms. When you leave on good terms, because sometimes people's journeys come to an end, they achieve their goals, or they just don't have the finances, it's coming up to whatever time of the year for them and they need the money to put into whatever the actual excuse may be. All right. If you finish on good terms and you say, review left on the personal, review left on the business page, have we got this done? Can we get it done? Do it with them there and then when they're filling the form out, you'll get the reviews. Screenshot the review, do a post, shout out to Damon, whose journey's come to an end after achieving 55 pounds weight loss. This guy's been an amazing client. We started off at a high, like, you don't even need to delve into too much detail, but you know what I mean? You do some description to it, tag them in it, and just say, brother, all the best for the future. And I can't wait to continue to see you around the gym, right? Whatever. Another form of social proof. Yeah, another form. Clients posting on your wall and leaving a review of their journey on there. Again, this is something that needs to be prompted, but like Phil did this with me the other day. I didn't prompt it. Phil's very, very good at leaving great social proof for me. I always really appreciate it. And look, at the end of the day, guy's fucking crushed it. He's come from $700 a week to $9,000 a week. This guy's crushing it and he's super happy. He's posted on my wall. Here's another tip for you guys. It looks better when your clients speak about you rather than you speaking about your clients. So I'll post a lot of screenshots of messages. However, it is better if the clients do a video or they talk about a screenshot and they post it themselves, because it's not forced then, or it doesn't look like you're trying to force something. Again, sounds pathetic, guys, but think about how your audience is going to absorb this information. Oh, this guy's just trying to show off. Oh, this guy's just trying to show off how he's lost 55 pounds for that client. Oh, look, you're going to get that. You're going to get that. Be prepared for that shit. Embrace it and don't let it stop you. Be persistent, be consistent. Videos of your clients training and hitting PBs. This is another one. It's another one, right? Another one, number 10 now, up to number 10, videos of your clients executing unique and eye-catching exercises that make people take note, right? This is a really, really good one that I'm glad my brain came up with this morning. Unique, right, is the word here. Unique. It has to be unique, not like just, I mean, look, PBs on bench, awesome. Show people that you're training a unique exercise to hit the inside of your pecs, right? And show people, I had an exercise that I loved doing, which was like on a lat pull down, cable lat pull down, right? You know, when you sit down, your legs go underneath the cushions that hold you down, right? I used to sit and put my legs over the top and go like I'm doing this on reverse, decline sit-ups, right? But on the lat seat. And I would like go up and I would touch where the bar is at the top, right? So you go down and then up and reach. The amount of people that looked at me doing that, right? They were like, what's this? You know, they were intrigued because it's unique. And obviously, as long as you execute it and you don't look like an idiot, then it's good, right? So if you've got any like little tricks up your sleeve, or like I used to also do, went through a phase of doing like calisthenic stuff with clients. So I did a lot of like these sorts of push-ups on the floor, right? And then like crossing your hands over and doing ones like this. That sort of stuff was fire. And I'd take a photo of a guy doing push-ups, but like on dumbbells, but like 2 kilo dumbbells. So he was like really trying, his core was really active and trying to do push-ups like that. Anything that's going to catch the eye of people, right? Really, really important. So again, here's the list of 1 to 10, before and after photos, photos of you and your clients, screenshots of messages, screenshots of apps logging the results that clients are getting, videos with you and your clients, testimonials from your clients, although they're hard to get, screenshots of reviews on your business page that you collect at the end of a journey or when people hit big achievements. This is another thing as well, guys, tip. People get big achievements, hit them with a review. That's when you get the reviews. That's when you get them. right? Notice how I'll always do it. Like I said with M's, it's like, okay, let's capture this now. Because you've got the energy, right? They've got the energy, they're feeling pumped. Clients posting on your wall and leaving reviews on there, all right? Videos of your clients training and hitting PBs, and then videos of clients executing unique exercises that will speak to people and grab people. Anybody else got anything else they want to add on that? Otherwise, we're going to talk about collecting it, because this is where the nitty gritty is, because it's all bullshit unless you collect it.
Can I add to educational?
Yes.
I found these a lot better than just doing what everyone else on social media is doing. So everyone's doing compound movements, everyone's doing our bicep curl, all the basics. But what has worked for me is what you said, like finding a unique trick or a tip.
Yeah.
Pain points. Like we all know that how do you sell? You find their pain point. Same thing as educational. Like what's their pain point? Why aren't they able to get that PB? That's probably because of stability somewhere, that they're lacking somewhere. So I find that like joint stability, even DMs, you know, just talking to people through DMs and just giving them that joint stability technical advice, they're just like, oh shit, like how's your training? You know, like, well, what do you do? And then straight away, there's a selling point there.
Yeah, I love that. That's
basic breathing as well. Like breathing, teaching people how to breathe properly. That's a good one.
Yeah, I love it. That's dope, dude. Again, it works, because if it's coming from Alex's mouth, it works, because the guy's algorithms are cranked up. So like, again, make your content in terms of like educational and motivational stuff, right? It's got to be, again, unique is a great word to take away from here, right? So basically what we were saying there, Ems, when you dropped out, is like make everything unique, and you just take it from like who you are as a trainer, right? Put it in as who you are as a trainer. You always got to have that unique approach to it, because otherwise you're doing bicep curls and tricep dips and fucking push-ups, like, you know, where does it, like, there's no difference from you and the rest of the hundreds of thousands of people that are, you know, in the fitness game. That's good. I like that. Anyone else? Anything else?
I've done a few videos. I've been lazy with them lately though. But some of my clients have come to me with like terrible mobility and a real lack of strength at first, especially like if they've had issues from sitting down at desks all the time for work, or, you know, I had a client who was a massage therapist and her body was just stuffed from like a year of doing that. And I've had videos from their movement screen right at the start of when we started training together. Then I've got videos like a year or two later of them doing barbell back squats after, you know, they started with a major hip shift and they couldn't even squat with a stick, you know. So I find those sorts of things people can visually see, okay, we've worked up to that, and then it makes other people think I can do that too.
I think this is perfect. This is perfect. And because the reason why is because we're going to talk about prioritizing collecting it next, right? I can give you the list of the fucking world, right? Open the door, put you in the car, strap you in, put the fucking ignition on, give you a map, point where to go. Unless you're going to put your foot down, there's no point talking about it. This is something that's amazing here. A simple snap of someone when they're doing the squat with the stick, and then the comparison of a 60 kilo or a body weight version on a bar of a squat is huge. You ain't gonna have the comparison unless you capture the stick, right? And that's another awesome piece. Again, it's social proof of a huge journey. This is another thing as well, guys. The social proof collection, it takes time, especially if you want to actually reflect on a journey, because a journey that can be summarized like Alex's before and after, there's probably years between those two photos. Do you know what I mean? And it's that simple, right? So yeah, that's awesome, Sherry. I love that. And again, it leads on to prioritizing collecting it. I think someone else had something. Was there someone else?
I think that it's important for us to like sprinkle in a little bit of what I call like softer stuff. So like the transformations, before and after transformations, are super important. However, there's a lot of people that see our stuff that are intimidated by that too. Like they're like, man, I'm not ready to do that, or I don't think I can do that. And so one of the trainers that leases for me is really good at communicating, especially with women, like the body image stuff, right? And just a little bit more of a holistic view. And she puts just as much emphasis and just as much of a win on just having a great workout and feeling good, drinking a lot of water, getting a lot of sleep. Like she puts just as much emphasis on that. Like a text from one of her clients say, yeah, I got 8 hours of sleep and I feel great. Or I went on a walk today and I feel like my stress is lower. Like she puts just as much emphasis on posting that social proof as she does transformations. And I find that it allows her to get those clients who aren't ready yet a little bit quicker, because she's not just blasting 40, 50 pounds lost at them. You know, so I think having that balance is really important.
That is so good, right? Every single person on a journey starts from their start point or the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Every single person. Not every single person will lose 55 pounds. Not every single person will lose 100 pounds. Not even everyone will lose 20. It might not be their goal, but if we're talking about specific weight loss clients, one thing that every single fucking one of them can relate to is to start. It's to start. The first hurdle, capture the first hurdle. Think about it like this as well. And I'm fixated on this. Is the way I think. The world's getting fatter. The world's getting lazier. It's getting more overweight. Everyone wants a shortcut, right? No one wants to work to get in shape. The health and fitness, we're not going to get too deep into this like me and Kelly like to do, but it's not cool, right? The way that health and fitness is pushed these days is not actually health and fitness. It's like pushing shortcuts and shit. So people are there's more and more people that should be in that beginner phase, right? Yeah. And it's going to take something for people to get started. So like, look, it's great if you've got 25 people that have lost a combined amount of half a ton. But what's more important for me is, and this is why I'll never stop coaching face-to-face trainers, because I know that people are screwed in this niche, right? They're screwed in it, just like the people that you guys coach are screwed, that are morbidly obese, that even standing up and moving outside the house sometimes is so hard for them to do. And God bless those people, man. This is what we're driven by, to help people. So there is no piece of social proof that is too big or too small, is what Damon's saying, right? That is so good. I love that. I love that touch. So even if it's like a breakthrough moment of losing like the first 5 pounds or the first 2 pounds, like being able to correct a habit, right? Having the first day where they drank more water than they've ever done in years, that is golden. And if you actually, again, if you go in deep with this stuff, here's another big tip for you. I'm glad I'm coming up with these tips. If you put like crying emojis, right? Another one that people flock towards is the angry face, right? If you put angry emojis, crying emojis, and emotional shit in a message, watch people flock to it. What I'm telling you, rather than posting positivity, like I'm telling you, positivity always wins. You can't lose with positivity. But people hate positivity. People do. They don't like it. What people do like to do is dwell on negative shit. They like to dwell on negative stuff. So if you can actually encapsulate that when you're using your descriptions, put angry faces. So you could put like, this client felt like shit, S with 2 stars and then T, right? And just put like angry faces and put like, I'm going to tell you a story of this person. These people are going, where's the fucking popcorn? I'm ready to fucking get into this one, right? They are. That's what they're doing, man. I'm not sure. When I post stuff like, shout out to Damon, who's added, 6K or whatever it is to his business. People are like, yeah, fuck off, whatever. All you care about is money. That's all they're thinking. And I don't give a shit, because it isn't about that. It's about transforming Damon's business and the people that he's transforming behind it. But people will look at it differently. So again, play into emotion with that, guys. That's another really good tip. Use tricky emojis and stuff like that. Again, stuff that will speak to people's subconscious, yeah, not just the conscious. And emojis are really good when putting these posts together. Now, prioritization.
Can I just quickly ask a question? So next week is my last week of the 6-week shred challenge that I have, and everyone's lost weight. But it's not weight based, but like obviously it's online, so it has to be, right. So we can promote it for the next one coming up. So I'm thinking next week is the promotion time. That whole week, would I post one post and just continually repost that one, like an ad sort of thing, or would I repost a new post Monday, Wednesday, Friday with my stories and all?
What I would do, brother, is first and foremost collect as much social proof as possible from those people that took it. And I like make a note, like I said to you before, make a note of saying something along the lines of, which isn't the best sometimes, but just say 6 weeks ago, XYZ amount of people took a leap of faith. They stepped outside their comfort zone. The 6 weeks is now finished, and this is the results, right? And you know, it's not about anything other than these people they took a leap of faith. 6 weeks has gone past, and they're now at XYZ, right? I'd collect as much variety as you can. I would like, I like what you said there about reposting one like it's an ad, so people constantly see it. But I think the way that that's absorbed on a personal profile, unless it has that little sponsored thing under it, so people know it's a reoccurring paid ad, it'll probably be taken a little bit like this guy's trying to blast this in my face. Do you know what I mean? So you be careful with that. It's a great question. I just think that you're going to put together a series of posts, like we said, brother, as well, right? We're going to start ramping up the second intake of, so 6 weeks is half of spring, right? Is that, I think, no, or close to anyway, right? Do the other half of it. And look, we go, second intake is coming, but I can't wait to share the results of what people just achieved in the last 6 weeks.
Like build them up.
Build them up. And then again, you like what I would be doing as well as every single person, Alex. So sub note for me and you, book in calls, summary calls with every single person, record these calls. This is how you can get video testimonials with them. So there's number 11 for your list, guys. If you're working with online people, give people, just say, look, Mr. Pardo, you're doing fucking unreal, man. Like, I want to get on a call with you and just celebrate your success. And let's talk about the next steps in your journey, right? And get them on that call. When you've got them, you're in control because you can stay in control. Hit the record button and just go, what's up, guys? I'm just here with my man, Alex. He's just spent 6 weeks doing a spring shred with me. Alex, how did you feel at the start of this? Or what resistance did you have at the start? Did you feel like you didn't want to start? Man, yeah, like, to be honest with you, like, I thought, like, is this the right thing for me? You know what I mean? Okay, how do you feel now? I'd be doing that with everybody. And you just pre-frame those calls, Alex, by saying, look, it's all about getting them booked in for a summary call to make sure that their results can be maintained and that they keep the weight off. And you want to show them how to do that. So you get them, again, I feel horrible saying this, but you've almost got to trick people into going to the calls because they think they're going to be sold something, right? Even though these guys have just received results from you for the last 6 weeks, they're still going to feel like, oh, there's a sale coming here. And there will be, there will be, but you know what, hopefully that helps, bro. I just put a series of posts together, not the same one, and constantly talk about we're taking the next intake is coming. What I would do is do a reoccurring, like we're doing the next intake of people into the spring shred, and you could do that each day on a story. And just like 5 days countdown until spring shred launches, 4 days countdown. Here's another, check the next, like the next story is like, this is, you know, Sinead who lost 7 pounds. For a 3-day countdown, here's Dave's results from the last 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago, he felt like this, and this. Now he feels this, and this. 2-day countdown. Do you know what I mean? I would do it like that. But you've got to bombard content consistently and persistently, especially if you're doing like a launch to a challenge. Take that back because that's a shit word. A shred or a short duration of people getting results. Yeah. All right, let's move it forward. So I want to try and keep on time. Who here procrastinates about collecting social proof? I know that most people do, so there's just no point like beating around the bush. Like, why? Talk to me about it. Talk to me about it. Someone
I collect it, but I don't post it. I've got a backlog of screenshots, of reviews, of messages, of all of it, but I just don't post it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Obviously, we know
we've counteracted that. We're going to, but that's my problem.
Look, we know where we're at with that, so that's good. With that being said, though, you're collecting it, right?
Yes.
Who's not collecting? So like here, Jono, I'm going to use you as an example. Jono is someone who, when I got him to post, a prime example of someone who is, I wouldn't say shocked, but I think there was a bit of surprise. I was anyway, with how much interaction this guy got. So this guy was getting like 40 to 80 likes and interactions and comments. Again, it's not about the likes and interactions, but that shows how many people are seeing it, if that's how many are interacting on it, right? Plain and simple. We've now struggled to be consistent and persistent. Correct, Jono, right? It's one of our goals that we put in our written checklist each week. What do you feel it is? Is it a time thing? And I'm going to ask a few people this, because the audience who's watching this on record, right? There is resistance to doing it. Is it a time thing? Do you forget, which is a shit excuse? But what do you think it is?
So now I've set reminders to where I'll actually do it, because a lot of the time it's not even that I don't have the content to post. It's just the fact that I'll end up doing something else and then it just isn't prioritized. But I think the main thing too is I focus so much on what's optimal versus just actually doing the work, that focusing on like posting at a certain specific time will keep me from actually just posting. Whereas it's just more important to get the content out, like we've talked about at this point, as opposed to being optimal.
I think that's a real good point. I think there's some real good little nuggets in this one today, guys. And that's another one. It's not about like, it's maybe like over confusing the process. All right, you've got it there, you're ready to go, but is it going to be the right time? And again, I've got to stress this because I know a lot of people are obsessed by it, right? And for me, like I've messaged a few of you guys saying, can you drop some likes here? Can you welcome people to the group? Never be afraid, by the way, guys, to ask people to increase your algorithms. Never. But I can't help but think that people obsess over perfection of posting. They obsess over the perfection of it. Like, oh, when's the right time? Is it the right time? Is it? Or honestly, guys, don't fucking worry about it. Just
I
get
think
it
that
done.
would be most people's problem. I think that's where perfection equals paralysis, and you
That's
try to
it.
be optimal,
What is
and
it?
then you don't do anything at all. And I'm always worrying about, is this the right time? Am I going to get the traction? And am I working the algorithm the right way? And then I end up just going, whatever.
It doesn't matter, man. Exactly. And this is what I want to say before Kelly and Suzanne, who are itching, I think, right? Like, it doesn't matter. I know that I get good interaction around about 11 o'clock cutoff time for me, or I say cutoff for PTs finishing their morning shift, right? Most of my following is like Australia based because that's where we're trying to expand at the moment. But again, I know that that time as well is evening time for you guys in the States, Jono, Kelly, Suzanne, Damo, obviously. Like it, and for people in England, when the time's closer at the moment, it's like 10 p.m., it's 11 p.m. Might get a few. So I can hit all zones at once. Moral of, or the rule of thumb for everybody though is post in the evenings. When your clients are sat down after kid pickup, commutes from school, after they've done their workouts, after you finish training people, think about it. You go home, you sit down, you sit on the phone, right? That's what happens. Like overcomplicating it is sometimes the case. Suzanne, Cal, what do you got?
So I'm like Daniel said, I have stuff, but I feel like, oh shoot, I missed the whole morning. It's already afternoon. And so then I don't do it. And it's like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then it keeps occurring.
Yeah,
like
perfection paralysis. Yeah, that's what it is.
One thing I do for that, because like that's a quote that I tell myself, like imperfect action beats perfect inaction all the time, right? And so what I'll do is if I have a second, if I have 10 minutes for lunch, I post it and then I'll go get my wife to comment on it or like it at the optimal time. And so if I post it at 11 p.m., which happens sometimes, the next morning at peak time, 11, I'll go have somebody comment or like it, or I'll just do something to boost it back up on people's news feeds. Because it's like, I don't think it's as much about the posting time, it's about the action and the algorithm. So like if you can kind of fire it, if you kind of get it rolling at that peak time, it doesn't matter when it's posted.
That's a really good point. It's a really good point. There's also a trick here, right? A trick. I'm going to jump in quickly to say this. And I've got at the bottom here, my last things. Interactions with the post is then critical for exposure, right? You can reignite a post that is posted the day before if you then have a tool up your or a trick up your sleeve to increase interactions. So for example, if you get 10 people comment on a post, delay the, because everything is about, like, I would always like my own stuff. I post it, I like it straight away. Why not? Gets an interaction on there. Within 2 minutes, I'm always getting people liking it anyway, right? So it just adds an extra like, because likes get likes. It's not about ego. Likes get more likes and it gets more exposure to help more people. I've got to really enforce that. So basically what you do is you get 10 people posting. I'll love one of them and reply to one of them, wait an hour, right? Leave the other 9, leave them, right? Then you go to 2 more an hour later. What it does is it tells Facebook that, oh, this post isn't done giving yet, right? And it'll keep giving it. The algorithm will keep exposing it. So you then go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and you got another 5 comments from people in different time zones, different, you know, places in the US or whatever. Then you reply to the comment, reply to the comment. If you want to then do what you do, Sue, as well, which is really good, where you, like I've recommended, where you message people and just say, hey, what's up? Thanks for the like on the post. Have a great day. Combine it with that, the algorithm will recognize you messaging and interacting with that person. What are you going to get? More golden stars, goes out to more people. So that's a real good point there, Damo, as well. Like doing something just to boost them. And you do all this. It's, again, I hate saying it. It's like you're trying to like trick, but you've got to play your audience into seeing your content. You do. It's not as simple as just post it and it gets seen by everyone. Those days are well gone. Right, you've literally got to play the algorithms, and it is literally that simple. So always get as many interactions on posts as you can, comments and likes that you can do yourself. Damon, no worries, brother, that you can do yourself, and then control and drip them out. Right, drip them.
So Simon, let me ask you a question. How do we know what the algorithms, like you guys are talking about that? How do we learn about that? I don't know what they are.
If I knew myself, I'd be having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes every single post. Like you don't.
I know a little bit that that the posts that get the most interaction follow that principle, follow what you're doing. So for me, my biggest one ever, which is crazy on all platforms, was trauma, and what we were talking about was that pain point, and everyone loves, everyone loves that depressed negative vibration or healing from that, so find that pain point of what you want to talk about and then just hit that hard, and then if that starts to die down, then you have to find that next one, and then once that hits again, hit on that one, and play off that.
That's a good idea. Thanks.
That is really good point. I think that again just comes down to the type of content that, again, you speak pain, like if you start that post off by saying like, all right, 2 angry faces with crying fucking emojis next to them. This one's not going to be easy to say, but I'm going to go for it. You watch people get the popcorn out. I'm telling you, and they'll read that. They'll get into it. And if there's a bit of a sob story to it as well, right? Because a lot of people, like, honestly, people seek attention. It's what they want. People seek attention. They want comfort. They want people to kiss their ass a little bit. I'm not like, it is what it is, right? I'm like, real talk. If they do that, then you get your interactions, and then again, the interactions, like I keep saying, is to expose your content to more people. But the algorithms, you don't know; they change them all the time, and this is why, for someone like myself, a consultant, anyone here with anyone here got Unipro? Oh, Jono's got Unipro, yeah, and Alex. So obviously, Dave and Lucy, right? The owners, they always put out posts which are like, guys, we've just found the most up-to-date algorithm change. What you need to know to get your content out there. These guys get fucking thousands of comments, right? But their software with Unipro, again, they're funneling people into a group, and then from there they upsell them to their software. But they know what to put. They know what to ask for. If anyone looks at the training that I did for call to action posts a few years ago at the start of COVID, I actually did this to show one of my clients how easy it was to post a post at the right time. I actually got that much interaction on it. I recorded it. So it's called call to action training. I did it at the start of COVID saying, take your face-to-face or take your PT business online for free in minutes. Drop an emoji below. That's all I said. Now, what it was people were shitting themselves because their face-to-face businesses, doors were closing everywhere around the world because of COVID. It was like perfectly positioned. And within 2 seconds, I had a like, right? So I screenshot the guy I was speaking to, client of mine in the UK, sent him that. And then I thought, I'm going to record this, right? I recorded it and it was like, boom, 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 boom. It was going off, comment, 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 comment. I recorded it. And if you want the video to this, guys, just ask, right? And I'll send you the video. And it shows you how to interact with a call to action post. And then comments coming through, and I'm screen recording it with the microphone on, Nath. Remember how we turn the microphone on, Nath, when you do your screen record, right? So you hold the mic down and it's like, right, so all I'm doing here is I'm liking it, reply to the comment, no worries, I'm going to shoot you a message and here it is, right? And I send them then a course on how to do it. And then boom, before I could even finish, I get another one and another one. The only reason that happened, going back to what Alex is saying, is because you played on it's the timing and posting something that people will interact with because you know that it's vulnerable. Again, the algorithms, you can't guess, you don't know. Only Facebook knows that. Anyone that says they know algorithms inside out is rubbish. And the stuff that I'm coaching you now is current because we have clients like Alex, I go okay. Phil goes amazing. I'm just trying to think of other guys you would know. I got some guys in the UK that go real good, but like it works. It's the proof's in the pudding, but you can't ever guess the algorithm. Yeah. So there's that one. Now, what have we got here? Content. Anyone want to quickly? No worries, Tash. I'm giving you a marketing strategy here, guys. So the people who don't leave, you're getting one, right? You're getting one. This is gold. But before that, any other questions on algorithms, content, or anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to continue. Jono, yeah.
I have just one question.
Yeah.
So essentially, no matter what, you always just want to paint the possibility for people. That's kind of what it boils down to. That's what I'm kind of taking from what you've said.
Yeah, like play on people's emotions. Yeah, it's that simple. But doing this in a way where you're not too blunt, I guess. Like I'm really, really, really blunt. And to be honest with you guys, being vulnerable, I've never said this to anyone. I'll tell you though, it pisses me off that people don't know how good I am. And I'm not joking. That's a lot of the reason why I'm blunt. And it also pisses me off how many lives we have changed, right? How many businesses I've taken from nothing to being super successful, and that people still think you're a fraud, right? So I'm very blunt with my content because bluntness gets through to people that you're not a fucking fraud, right? Think about it. We're all real people. We're just sat behind a camera. And when real people sit behind these things, apparently everyone's a scam artist, right? It's not like that. I'm a fucking good dude. And all I want to do, quite clearly, as all of you guys know, is change people's lives and help people. And that's what we do. So you've got to deliver it, though, Jono, in a way where you're hitting the pain point, but not too bluntly. And you just got to do it in a nice way. But it's, again, you're going to be judged. You're going to be scrutinized. As soon as you put a call to action, so that training that I said about before, guys, which you can have to see the algorithm performance live, if you put a call to action out there, they don't work anymore because all people think is, this guy wants my money. Well, here's the thing. How about I change your life first? How about I make you lose £100 and you pay me for that? Because I think rightly so, you're going to pay me for it. If I literally knock off 10 years or add 10 years to your life expectancy, because you go from morbidly obese to a healthy category. It's quite, do you know what I mean? It's very
honestly, I've seen the growth in everyone that you've helped, brother. That's why I'm convinced that I'm going to get there. Like I've seen Daniel grow. I've seen Phil. Like I've been here for like 2 years now. And at first, you're my first business coach. So I was like, we'll see how it goes. And I came into this like resistant. And then I've seen the growth from all the brothers. They're motivational to me. I see them. I'm like, yeah. And like, this was my biggest month, like all online. I'll just say it, like for my month of September, I made $7,500. And for me, that's I'm like, holy shit, and that's all online, So I'm like,
online. So good. I'm fucking proud of you, bro, for that. And I appreciate the kind words. It's no shit though, but this is the thing, guys. It's easy. This game's so easy. I don't want to go into a deep motivational talk with you, but I'm not joking. This shit is so easy. It is easy as fuck. When you know what to do, it is so easy. It takes hustle, but it's easy. And I don't understand. Again, it's frustrating when people just think PTs are garbage. And if you're a PT, oh, you're a PT, go and get a side job at the same time. Motherfucker, I make more money than your whole family if you want to get to that point. So like, do you know what I mean? And that's ego talking now, but look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I just want to help people. So you got to try and not do what I've just done. But, you got to help people the right way. So hopefully that makes sense, Jono. Just don't be what I just was. But that's that. We got a strategy here that Jono he asked me about. Do you want to see it? Will we see it? Basically, this is a strategy and it's online, so it can be a content, or can be a piece of content, right? Now, here's the thing. Jono, do you want to? I'll tell you, I'll make it short, sweet, and simple. Jono sent me an image. I'll see if I can. I'll just get the image because it's really important. Is it on? Was it on Voxer, Jono? It was Voxer, wasn't it?
In my laptop, just had it.
I think it was Voxer, was it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here he is. Okay. Right. How good of an image is that, by the way? First and foremost, right? Can you see what this looks like? Do you know what this is, guys? These are gummy bears, right? The little lollies or sweets for the British people, right? Now, the copy at the top says, it says posting for a friend, which is a bit cringe, but it says full testers needed, and with an autumn leaf, right? So that's American, right? But it's full testers needed. If you could chew 2 to 4 gummy bears per day and lose up to 20 to 30 pounds, specifically targeting your tummy and shrinking your waistline, would you try it? I need 10 testers by Friday, right? What's your first thoughts with that? Anyone? No, is it cringe?
It's also making, it's quite smart because it's making people think, oh, I can eat lollies while still losing weight.
I thought you were going to say it's making me hungry. Like that's what like here's the thing. So Jono came to me, and this is for the people that stay till the end, because obviously we're past the hour now. But Jono came to me and he said, look, I don't like this post. And the real reason why is because they were promoting a supplement, which is bullshit. It was all about a shake diet. And that's when I was like, no, none of that. However, this is freaking clever. This is all it is. Number one, and this is the summary, right? Look at the image. Look at the image. If that image doesn't grab you, I don't know what will grab you, right? It's a fluorescent bowl of lollies, right? Or sweets or gummies or whatever you want to call it, right? Feel free to put together your own version of this post if you want. You all heard there the copy. It was simple. If you could chew 2 to 4 gummy bears, note how it's 2 to 4, right? It's not 2 to 4 kilos of gummy bears, right? Per day, right? Yeah, unfortunately, Michael, it's not 2 to 4 kilos, right? So like, and then you need 10 testers by Friday. If you want in, drop a comment. I'm not joking. This relates back, guys, to what we talked about last week. Remember I told you about that new piece of document you could drag and drop into your business, which says, what's the one thing that you don't want to give up, right? Do you remember when we talked about that, right? This is perfect to combine with that. What you do is you tell people, you do it with pizza. So like imagine getting a big, oh, now I'm getting hungry, right? But you get a big ass burger, right? Cheese coming out the side, right? It's gonna swallow my saliva while I continue here. Or a piece of pizza, you know what I'm saying, right? Get that, put a photo of it, and just say, I want beta testers that I've got a program that you eat a piece of like pizza, maybe not, but you know what I mean? Choose something. piece of pizza, or you could do bacon, but that screams keto. Do you know whatever, guys? Pick something. I need people to test out a new program where you get shredded or you lose body fat up to XYZ. I wouldn't even put a number on it, right? By eating this food. Who wants to come and try with me? Boom. No shit. And then all you do is you just put them into your consult process where they get in front of someone who's passionate about nutrition, who knows their shit like all of you do. And what you say is basically, we're going to eat what you love once per day. I'm going to educate you with what that means to your body, right? And then I'm going to give you the rest. Ready? Cool. Get them doing it. You could even do a trial phase with this. So with like online coaching, we always do a 3-day trial phase, right? Which is like, I always recommend people up your water straight away, increase energy output by steps, nothing else. You give people in a free trial period programs and shit, it's too much, right? And then get them to log their food for awareness. That's all I get people to do. Also, all I recommend you to do in a 3-day trial phase. People should lose 1 kilo or 2 in 3 days. If they've got weight to lose and they pump up their fluids, get some steps in and monitor their food. Because when they monitor their food, they're aware of their food, right? Do that, pump them through 3 days, give them the 4 gummy bears and then upsell them from there. It's a little throwaway strategy that I thought I would chuck in at the end. Does it make sense? That sort of thing? Super simple, but again, relating to today's seminar, you're playing on people's vulnerabilities and love for sweets, lollies, and stuff that they love, right? Because let's be honest, no one loves to work out hard like trainers do, because it's hard, right? So you got to try and entice them in somehow. That's it for me, guys. We didn't really go into too much about collecting, but I think the moral of the story is here. All of those 5 pieces of content and then the 10 pieces of social proof, they are pointless unless you collect them. Dan has a load there banked up. He now needs to utilize them. Same with Suzanne. I guarantee you though, most people don't have it. When you're in your business, spending time in it, I used to be obsessed with how can I capture stuff that I can use to help my business grow. Always. If you're not always thinking about it, anyone using lead boxes at the moment, Nathan had a box fill up in his gym. So well done, Nathan. Basically, if you're not going out with your partner, your family, your kids, your friends, I was going into restaurants, you're instantly turned on by thinking, I'll get this place as a local business partnership. Your brain isn't wired to go to the next level, right? Always be switched on. How can I collect social proof? How can I get things out there? How, do you know what I mean? The more you're wired, the more you're switched on, the more you will succeed. And like I said, guys, this game is easy. It is easy if you execute. And it's that simple. Anything else from anybody? Cues? Any questions? Are we happy? Done. So let's start seeing some more social proof. Get it out there, guys. And again, don't be afraid to like each other's stuff. Like, all you guys should be connected with each other. Again, whenever you see anything pop up, just drop a like, drop likes. All right. And that's pretty much it. Cool. Done. All right, Kelly and Suzanne, I want to speak. I'm going to flick you a link. We're going to have a quick chat. Yeah, cool. All right, guys, speak to you soon.